The rules and regulations are set to protect you and provide a service of a quality and healthy environment to prevent and avoid stealing, using, fighting, a whole host of information that catered around rules and regulations. Where there's no rules and regulations or structure, things can get quickly out of hand where you become the victim. The most important thing is to be able to provide a service for you and others to where at the end of the day you can have a perfect night's sleep. I touch bases on the importance of zero tolerance for drugs and alcohol rule that prohibits any use of any mind-altering substance or any use of alcohol, and that also falls under the same category of narcotic pain medication and prescription. I've seen over through my experience over the years where there has been situations that arose where a person wanted to stay clean and sober with the use of the information through recovery and had no idea, clue, or hint, or wanted to use or had no desire to have a role in using drugs or alcohol, but got injured due to a job injury or a car accident and went to the hospital, and there was provided a legal prescription for pain medication that involved narcotics in it, and they relapsed. They abused the medication. That medication took them right back out to their drug of choice. They are no longer here with us today. 2 of them individuals are dead. I'm not here to play the medical world, the medical field, or play as a doctor role, but I do believe anybody who has to have pain narcotic medication need to be in an equipped and appropriate facility for that, where you have round-the-clock care, where there's a doctor available or anybody else who has license to provide give you the right amount of medication that is needed and recommended by the doctor, and monitor your progress of what you're taking that prescribed medication for. So it's zero tolerance for any kind of mind-altering substance, whether that be a prescription that is prescribed by the doctor but it has narcotics in it. This is not the place that can house you for that, and certainly no illegal drugs or any mind-altering substance. What I've seen is most people complain about some of the rules and regulations, and there is over 165 rules and regulations at Pompano Beginners. But once again, those are greatly enforced to better provide a service for you. Nothing makes you feel more better than being able to come home to the place that you call your home at your address, knowing that when you put something down, it's still there when you come back. Knowing that you're going to live in a peaceful environment where it's not hostile or a lot of tension or a lot of aggravation because you live in fear. When you have rules and regulations, everybody is followed or falls under the same category where there's no discrimination. We do have a host of some of the rules that I want to point out more than the other ones. Not that the other ones are not more important, but these I feel must need to be addressed because some people have built-in forgetters where they forget about these rules actually exist. One of the rules that I want you to take in consideration is that it is very important for you to have the respect and the rights to your privacy and the respect and rights for other people's privacy, to where we have a non-discrimination policy. No matter you black, white, fat, skinny, handsome, ugly, tall, short, doesn't matter if you eat a lot, don't eat a lot, doesn't matter if you cuss or don't cuss, doesn't matter if you're Muslim or Buddha, Christian, it doesn't matter whatever category you are in. All I want you to understand that is a zero tolerance for a lot of the misappropriate behavior. You allow a person, whether he's your roommate, whether he shares the house with you, the right to be himself and allow him the right to grow. With that being said, you're only responsible for yourself.
Hi, my name is Sydney, and I'm going to be going over a few of the rules and regulations of Pompano Beginners here with you. First of all, I'd like to say welcome. You're right at home. The war is over. So, first of all, cleanliness starts with yourself. You have to take showers daily. We maintain a level of cleanliness because if you're anything like me, I didn't take showers out there. So we like for you to take at least 1 shower a day. Also, I'd like to say, keep your personal living area clean, free of debris. What it does is it makes you feel more complete. It makes you feel more like you're at home. I know a lot of us don't have that home training, so we're trying to re-instruct you on how to live correctly. Each house is to be kept clean and tidy, free of debris. This is done by assignment of daily chores. Your staff member of your house will assign you different projects, different things that you need to do to keep the house in order. And it's on a rotating basis. Your chores must be done daily. Every effort must be made to complete chores as early as possible in the day. If you have a 24-hour fast, assigned chores must be done before leaving. Cleanliness is a must. Clean up after yourself and your bathroom, kitchen, living area, and the patio. It says, do not leave dishes in the sink or other areas of the house. Clean them, store them away in the allocated places. Wipe the counters and the stoves off after use. The front door key we won't talk about because there's a lockbox outside of the key. What we try to do is there's a mandatory 10 o'clock curfew for the first 30 days. We want you to get caught up on your rent. We want you to have time to get to know your peers and what the program's about before you get passes. We want you to respect other people's property. Stealing is a definite no-no. We will terminate you as quickly as possible about stealing. It is not tolerated. It says the house must be kept as a clean and safe place to live. I want to tell you about some of the rules that qualify for immediate discharge. Being under the influence of drugs and alcohol, possession of drugs and alcohol, possession of a weapon, threats, either verbal or physical, or acts of violence, fighting, property destruction or altering the physical construction of the premises, including interior walls, failure to submit to a UA, which are always at your cost. A UA is a urinalysis. Unaccountable or discrepancies in time off the premises. Meaning if you can't count for your whereabouts, we can't either. You need to be able to tell us, or you might have to be asked to leave. Lies are either found on your intake paperwork or otherwise stealing, unusual behavior, or any criminal activity. Failure to comply with rules or regulations or staff direction. You are required to make at least 5 12-step meetings per week. A lot of these meetings are held on your property, so make sure you ask where the meeting locations are, or if not, they have them on your property. They want you to have a big book, NA or basic text, and have meeting sheets signed daily. If you go to a meeting, take your meeting sheet and get it signed. And it's to be signed by a meeting representative, not the other residents in your house. And if you attend the meetings on the premises, which are held 5 times a week at least, you are to make sure that you get them signed and turned in at your weekly rent meeting. The house meeting, which are mandatory, which means that you must arrange for an appointment that does not interfere with these meetings. So we want you to work earlier in the day and then come back in time to get a shower, relax, and eat, and want to go to the meeting. It says, working on your steps is mandatory. You must arrange a 12-step meeting with another resident or someone who's not on the reception and have it pre-approved by the management staff. You are required to sign out when leaving the premises. We really don't impose that, but we do ask you to be accountable for your whereabouts. Rent is to be paid every Friday. If you can't pay it through the week, pay it on Friday. Make sure that it's maintained. And you have to be kept up to date without exceptions. You must see the house manager at least 1 time per week to discuss your recovery program. It does not count as a visit to discuss program while paying rent, unless the house manager chooses to do so. You must obtain a home group or a sponsor. You must provide a contact name and phone numbers within the first week of residency, and this will be verified. You must attend 12 steps. You must have step 1, 2, and 3 in writing and present these in the house meeting by the 3rd week, along with a copy of your house.